I am ready to begin when you are. You may say those lines that are above. Did you miss those? You want?
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Now.
What are you?
Ah! Oh no! What?
Hello, Eddie Trash! I owe you for all this. Thanks. That's right, you and your little friends were vital to our plan, and now it will be complete. Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
My bond is growing deeper. So nice to know, even though there's a gun. Oh look, 8.
8.
All right.
How fitting. Yes, 8. 8, man. 8 height. Oh, and nothing. Uh, please, don't do this.
Have you finally pieced it all together?
Uh, uh, huh.
Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
Uh, uh, uh,
Night, Eddie Trash.
Draco takes over the rest of this. Oh my god.
Your blood will be the syrup for my pancake.
It's Draco's game here on out.
What did you say?
My last dying words. Draco will carry on from here.
Shido-san, my job is
Shindo-san,
complete.
my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless.
Told you not to call me by name!
Deal with the remnants.
Regardless.
The continued death of those teenagers would be a bit too much, don't you think? I consider making it appear that they're falling out, but that would only wow, okay, I can't.
Oh, sure. Hold on.
Is there any possibility they'll...
I'm too sad and depressed to be this fast.
What was it? What line did you stop at?
I considered making appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance, they're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep an eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death and punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you fight it as well.
Understood, though I doubt there is anything to worry about. It's merely a cat after all. More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious...
Perhaps he'll be... I can't because all of a sudden it went blur.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender? Principal offender?
More important.
Or,
Wait.
not exactly.
Principal offender, right?
Principality? That's a persona.
Principal. What? No. The principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
Yes. No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
You've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director.
The cause of death for the CIU director had been set. What?
Oh,
Do I have to talk super freaking speed here? The case of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke. Oh, the guy who died of a heart attack thing.
use those
Okay.
anime watching skills.
What?
Use those anime watching skills.
Anime watching skills?
Right, because that's like watching anime, right?
Yeah, the subbed.
I had
Oh
him work
boy.
quite substantially on forging evidence.
His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Feast integration room too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate,
At any rate, I now praise as a hero, and I owe all that to the Phantom Thieves. Hee hee hee.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
Is this thing hooked up? Oh,
I
wait.
finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against whatever the hell that word is.
Bureaucracy.
Oh my. Bureaucracy?
Yeah, I know.
Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in a scandal.
Those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by the decrepit fools in power.
I recall
that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers.
If it wasn't
for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you were insane.
I made those troublesome
opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I
sympathize with your aspiring ideology. I believe that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of this country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I was pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That research.
What?
She wouldn't have had...
You can't say Futawa's mother's name?
Oh my god. First of all, it's blurry.
Let me help.
Okay.
Wakaba
Ishiki. Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher, she wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
To die if she just complied.
Any suspicion should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
Astounding, isn't it?
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forward editors to serve, what is that, serve?
So what? Where did you stop at?
Oh my god, my words are not working. Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information.
You confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow.
Well, I got that out of the shadow, so technically speaking, he did it to himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fool who will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it
would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals. Which, I screwed up.
Alright.
God damn it. Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic and solve them as case unrelated to you.
Targets that I turn psychotic and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus the charismatic act detective.
How'd you mess that up?
Cause I can't freaking English today, okay? I'm trying so damn hard.
We have elite brain in all this.
And thus the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished. I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves
emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them. Hello, Kalandra.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Happy P5 anniversary.
Knew then that you were the better man.
Thank you. Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations. But flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're doing mine. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's where everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish, ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
Okay, you got it.
Compete?
Yes. The public resonates with my ideals and falls. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the chosen one. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With
the most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that can control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose if your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future.
I am unthinking. I truly apologize for causing such a stir. Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when the popularity was at their peak. Its peak.
Openly oppose them when their
What?
popularity was at its peak.
What?
I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault?
Well,
Oh, I'm on the
obviously,
TV.
also your plan when you said
That was to catch them off guard.
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiting knowledge. Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?